Welcome to a quick demo on the Stakeholder Analysis Tool in OCMS Portal. You can access the Stakeholder Analysis Tool either from the tools on the left sidebar or from Phase 1 Assess. In the Stakeholder Analysis Tool, you'll be assessing the stakeholder landscape and determining critical groups for your change initiative. This analysis is instrumental as it guides numerous activities throughout various phases of your change project. Now let's get into it. When you first open your Stakeholder Analysis tool, it'll automatically populate the individuals in your target audience that have been tagged as the stakeholder type key stakeholder. If you have only added groups to your target audience, then the top level groups will be populated by default. You can change the audience that is populated by default by choosing between stakeholder types, individuals, groups, or everyone. If you've decided to populate a different audience for your stakeholder analysis, make sure to click Regenerate to add them in. Now that you've added your desired stakeholder assessment audience, the next step is to assess the risk level. This can be achieved in two ways. For larger audiences, you can send out a survey to the desired stakeholders and have the results feed into the tool based on the individual's email address. For smaller audiences, you can do it manually directly in the tool. Let's take a quick look at each of the attributes to see how they add up to calculate the risk level. We'll start with receptiveness. Receptiveness helps you gauge how open a stakeholder group or individual is to the proposed change. To assess this, you simply choose high for those who are highly receptive, mid for those with moderate receptiveness, and low for those displaying little to no openness to the change. Note that if you use the resistance management tool, you'll see that anyone assessed with a low receptiveness score will automatically populate into that tool. This is a function that saves you time when you get to that step. Next, we'll move to influence. Assessing influence is crucial because it helps you understand how much power an individual or group holds in the context of this change initiative. Select high if they have significant sway over the project, mid for moderate influence, and low if their influence is minimal. Lastly, let's take a look at availability. Availability is all about the stakeholders' accessibility and how easily they can be reached or involved in the change process. Select high if the stakeholder is readily available, mid for moderate availability, and low if they are frequently unavailable or difficult to reach. Once all three attributes are scored, the stakeholder risk level is calculated automatically. It falls under three categories: low for minimal risk, mid for moderate risk, and high for significant risk. Along with the risk level, you'll also get an auto-generated engagement plan. The Stakeholder Engagement Plan lays out tailored strategies to engage each stakeholder effectively based on their risk level. Additionally, it helps you minimize resistance and maximize support, leading to smoother project implementation. If adjustments are needed, making edits to the auto-generated engagement plan is a breeze. Just click on the pencil icon and you'll be ready to start editing. Make the adjustments you need, shaping your plan to align perfectly with your project's evolving needs. Once you're happy with your changes, click the Submit button. Now, take a look at the newly edited engagement plan version that appears just under the automatically generated one. This feature allows you to make changes and adaptations while preserving the original blueprint. And that brings us to the end of this quick demo in the Stakeholder Analysis tool in OCMS Portal. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at any time, and we'll be happy to help.